So in 2024, this big piece of equipment will be illegal to use in California. So according to what they say now, all equipment needs to be zero emissions after 2024. So all generators, okay, I want you to think about that for a second. Generator, how are you going to charge batteries if you don't have a generator? You can have a bigger battery generator, right? That makes a lot of sense. Already all lawn equipment has to be 4-stroke. So what does this pertain to? Any kind of equipment that runs for any kind of job site. So basically they're going after contractors. Now how many batteries do you think it would take to trim a tree? Like this one right here. What, 20 batteries? 10? Already they've made this truck almost illegal to drive. It only can go 1,000 miles a year. So this pertains to like chainsaws, generators, compactors, dirt compactors, anything gas powered has to be zero emissions. Basically the only way to do that is to have something powered by electric power, right? The problem is none of these guys have ever really had to work for a living that make these laws. They have pens and they just go like this, right? Sign their name. All right, Mr. Gavin Newsom, I really would like to see you go out and paint a building the size of Amazon without using a gas rig or a generator to power electric one. I'd like to see him cut 30 yards with all batteries and have a truck full of batteries in the back of his truck they have to charge up every night. Or run a pickup truck like this idling for hours to run an inverter to charge the batteries. Like that would be better for the environment, right? Or oh yeah, you can just have even more batteries that are harvested from lithium, and I'm sure that makes a few emissions in another country, but that doesn't pertain to us, right? It's okay to get somebody else's country dirty, but not ours. So you charge them at night. It's not charging by solar, is it? It's not charging by wind either, because the winds die down at night. So probably what you're using to charge your batteries anyway is fossil fuel, like natural gas or maybe even coal, because we start running out of places to get power, so we start firing up those old coal plants, bringing that nice natural coal into the air. Like that's much cleaner than this little generator is here, isn't it? So yeah, he thinks I'm going to not use this pressure washer to wash his house. He thinks I'll use this little bitty thing. Do you think that's going to wash a house for painting it? Hell no. Currently there's no pressure washer that has enough, that does 4 gallons a minute and runs on batteries and 4,000 pounds. Show me one. So you guys, as long as we keep voting for morons like this guy, Gavin Newsom is the worst moron. In fact, the whole party of the Democrats has all jumped behind him when he was going to get recalled for the state of California. So you know what? It's time to make a change, guys. That's all I can tell you. If you're a contractor, if you're a blue-collar worker, and you live in the state of California, or you live anywhere in the United States, really, it's time to evaluate who you're voting for. Because if you think that you're immune because you live in another state, let me tell you something. Stuff starts in California and it's like a sucking sound. It just goes to all the other states. Next it'll be Colorado, then New York, then probably in the state where you live, and they'll probably make it a national law, especially if we have a Democrat in office. Let me tell you the worst part about this. The worst part is that when you have everything running on one power, which is what they want to do, they want everything to be electric in California, is all it takes is terrorists to come in and knock out a few switching stations, and we have no food. You think about that for a second. So if nobody has any generators And generators, you can't really just store those other electric power generators, the ones that just are big batteries. They only last for so long. Today you could have an endless supply of gasoline. You could have 10 gallons of gas. I could run this generator for 2 weeks on 10 gallons of gas. But one of those new fancy battery power generators, probably only get a day out of it. So what are you going to do then? You have no food. You can't go get any because you got an electric car. You got electric everything. Everything's electric. Your house is electric. You have no power. All your food's spoiling in your fridge. You have no generator you can run. You know, you might think these Democrats are really smart people, but they're pretty much morons. If they can't see that, they are so ignorant. Folks, change your ballot. Start voting Democrat. Start voting against these Democrats. Vote Republican. Get these morons out of office. It's the only chance we have of survival. Otherwise, we're going to be, someday, our kids, maybe it won't be you, it'll be your kids. You'll have to deal with this stuff. And, you could do something about it now. Stop voting for them. I'll talk to you in the next video. If you want to stop this stuff, get in there and just change it. Do it now. Talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.